My name's Brogan Walker Sanchez. I'm 29 years old. I'm from Southern California. I moved to Guam in 2012. I'm a professional mixed martial artist, and I'm also studying elementary education at UOG. So everyone has their struggle that they go through. For me, it wasn't just one event in specific, it was more a whole chapter of my life. In high school, I struggled a lot, mainly because I didn't have the support that I needed from my parents, from my family. They were kind of going through their own thing at the time. When we lost my grandpa, I was a sophomore, and losing him kind of started this whole chapter where I had to step up and adult, as a lot of people say. So I had to do that pretty early on in life, and I think that's where it all kind of started. My grandma was also a big part of my life, and looking back on that, I know that she taught me a lot of things that I needed to come up from this struggle. And so I worked 2 jobs at a very young age, and I just continued to train even though it was difficult for me to make ends meet. My Muay Thai coach, he introduced me to the team at Millennia. This is in Southern California, and they just became my second family, you know. I started working there. I taught the kids Muay Thai class there, which I loved, and I was able to continue, like I said, chasing this dream down and following my passion in martial arts. Enter my husband. He started training at Millennia. He kind of caught my eye in the jiu-jitsu class, which I had never trained jiu-jitsu before, but seeing him in there kind of motivated me to try that out too, and I ended up falling in love with jiu-jitsu. He got ready for his pro MMA debut, and I was still getting back into full ropes contact Muay Thai at the time. And so we both fought on the same card. I was the undercard, so it was one of the first events, one of the first fights in the event. And then we both trained very hard for that fight. We both won that night, so it was a good celebration with all of our friends and our family that helped us to get there. We got offered a chance to fight for PXC, Pacific Extreme Combat, here on Guam. And that was really fun, and it was also at that point when I started thinking, okay, I can do this. Like, I started getting a little more faith in myself and realizing that I just had to fill the gaps between where I am and where I want to be. Nobody's going to do that for me. Getting back into competition and realizing that you have to kind of go through the struggle. Nothing of great value is really given to you. And I know a lot of people use the term like, I gotta find myself, which is a great expression, but in my experience, I've noticed that you kind of have to create yourself more than anything. And this helped me to realize that, like, it's not just gonna come. You really, if you want to make it happen, there are those little things that you have to do every day to keep it at the forefront. You know, it drove home the idea that you do have to create yourself, and you have to put the work in every day. So I think that mentality has what's taking me from where I was to where I am today. I have my shirt here just from my last bout, and this is, like I said, this is just like all the people that believe in me. It is a shirt and it's advertising, but it really doubles as like a reminder for me when I'm getting ready for fight week and I see this. It's just such a reminder that I have people who invest in me, and that also really keeps me going. Steph is one of my friends. She's special needs, and her family have really become my family because they've supported me all along the way. So because I was able to get through this tough part of my life where I didn't have a lot of support, and coming full circle to where I am today, where I'm in a position that I have built a strong support system, and I'm in a position where I can be a positive influence to other people and use my story as a message to hold tight to your dream and never give up. That is why I am Gainznation.
Hi, Corey Bryant here, founder of Gainznation. What you've just witnessed is another episode of the Why I Am Gainznation series, which is a motivational series showing people that you can make it through your situations. What you've just seen is Brogan explaining her story of how she stuck to her vision, stuck to her dream to become a pro MMA fighter, and she accomplished that. Also a school teacher and influencing kids, and that's what Gainznation represents, trying to put motivation and positive influence out into the world. So if you can respect that, if you like this brand, if you like the messages, go ahead and follow us, like the page, and join the nation, Gainznation.